This holiday season, why not give the gift of taste? Literal taste. Give the gift of Goldbelly. Goldbelly is an amazing website where you can order iconic dishes, famous foods from restaurants all across the US. I gifted some Nancy Silverton gelatos. We're a big fan of Nancy. She's a friend of ours, and her gelatos are next level outstanding. I thought it would be the perfect way to send a little taste of Italy, but of course, a little taste of LA, because that's where she is. So if you're looking for the perfect gift to give everyone on your list or want to impress your friends and family with an unforgettable meal and make hosting a breeze this holiday season, go to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code Eliza. That's goldbelly.com, code Eliza, for 20% off your first order. There is something wildly therapeutic about fresh socks. It's like stepping on grass, but for socks, but for your feet. There's something revitalizing about it. And sock scientists, yes, there are scientists for socks, at Bombas have found a way to channel that energy into everything. From slippers with sink-in cushioning to satisfyingly weighty tees. And the feeling, it doesn't stop after one wear. It keeps going. And that's why I am a Bombas fan, not just for me, but for my children. Sierra, don't you love wearing Bombas?
Yeah, they hug my feet so tight. Can I have the Bombas with the dogs on them?
Yes, we will get you Bombas with dogs on them. Do you have any other Bombas that you want for your little feet?
Oh, Snoopy.
Oh, wow. They've got Bombas in all types of colors and characters for little kids. And what I also like about Bombas is their mission. For every pair of Bombas you purchase, Bombas donates one to someone facing homelessness on your behalf. So anytime you get something cozy, someone else does too.
We all get to be cozy.
That's why I not only love wearing Bombas, but I love gifting Bombas. It's just my favorite sock, and they feel great. I wear them on tour. I wear them on stage. I wear them at home. Haven't you seen me in my Bombas at home?
Yes, I have, and you look great.
Head over to bombas.com/Eliza and use code Eliza for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/Eliza. Code Eliza at checkout. This is actually really cool. You know, we all grow up and sort of take our relatives for granted. And as we age, they age. And one day you wake up and you look back and you say, oh, I wish I had those stories. I wish I knew what it was like for grandma growing up in Coney Island. I wish I knew what it was like during the war. I wish I had asked these questions. Well, Storyworth Memoirs helps you capture all of your relatives' stories. Each week, Storyworth emails a loved one a memory-provoking question that you get to choose. Questions like, what were your favorite toys as a child? What are you most proud of? I know for Sierra and Ethan, I want them to have as much information on their grandparents as possible as they get older. These stories are like living with your own real-life curated museum of just your family memories. All your loved ones need to do is respond to the email that you send with a story. They can write the story over email or record it over the phone for Storyworth to transcribe. It is so easy, you guys. After a year, Storyworth compiles your loved one's stories and photos into a beautiful keepsake hardcover book. Photos are printed in vibrant color. It is a treasure, and you will love it. They've printed over 1 million books and preserved over 35 million family stories. Give your loved ones a unique keepsake you'll all cherish for years. Storyworth Memoirs. Right now, save $10 or more during their holiday sale when you go to storyworth.com/Eliza. That's storyworth.com/Eliza to save $10 or more on your order.
Lemonada.
Ask me, ask Eliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. Leave them in the Instagram leave them on your Twitter or leave them on your Facebook. We'll see them, we'll read them, then we'll give you answers. You know it, I've got it. I've got the answer, the answer. You ask me, I'll tell you anything.
My top of the cob is so fucking huge. I am bursting to share it, so I'm going to share it at the end. So you have to stay tuned for the greatest top of the cob. I don't know if my top of the cob was ever giving birth to my children. That was incredible. But this is up there. So you're going to have to stay tuned for my top of the cob. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah. Why? What are you going to do?
Ready?
Oh, that's so cute.
For those of you who are just listening, it's called a grump tree.
That's
And
just a Grinch tree.
It's a Grinch tree.
They can't use the word Grinch.
They couldn't pay for that IP at Trader Joe's. I am positive that this is something horrible, like the way they make baby carrots where they just shave down regular carrots. Like this is probably taking up so much water to grow these stunted trees or...
Well, all you need is a baby tree. And just to describe it to the listeners, it's a baby tree.
It's a lemon cypress. It smells like lemon.
Well, and its little top is like slanted over, like it's at a little angle because that little heavy bobble's been put on its top.
It's not a tree. It's a plant. I feel less horrible.
Yeah.
It's not a tree that was cut off in its prime. Anyways, this is here.
Okay.
Because we were doing reshoots for our movie.
Yeah. Oh.
All movies need them. So we were doing it yesterday. And craft services, this is going to be my bottom of the cob. I'm going to talk about, I have a lot to say. Had this little guy, I always appreciate on a lower end production or cheaper production when craft services tries really hard. And the guy had this set up. Like I love a little
tree,
micro Christmas decor. And I was like, that is so cute. And then like, I was so enchanted by it that there was something in the back of my head. I was like, maybe he'll give it to me. And he did not. And I was like, I'll just buy one. And my assistant went to get one. She said they're $10. I was like, get 4.
Okay,
now
where are you putting them?
Gifts.
Okay.
No, I'm not keeping all of them. Anyways, and that's special.
That's very cute, that grump tree. Ornament?
Ornament. Like how my daughter says, hasta mañana. What does she say? Hasta mañana. That's what she says.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's very cute.
Okay.
I'm
going to write down. I have a great bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a good top.
Do you want to so you're firing on all cylinders, even though I thought you'd be a little sleepier.
Not only that, I thought this was tomorrow. And I was like, are you ready? You're like, ready for what? I'm like, to record, I got to do it now.
Yeah, we can't be recording tomorrow's episode at 6 p.m. today. That's not how this works.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. You're hearing this episode. I didn't realize that we had put out a live episode last week. So this episode is actually being recorded the week of December 9th, which means I just got home from just a very concentrated amount of travel. And I started to write an essay about like women's obsession with showing how busy they are. But every once in a while, I get the kind of busy where I'm just like, if I don't say how busy I am, you're going to see it in my skin. Like the amount of breakouts I have in my chin right now, which I never get. Can I just go over how, just so you know, super famous people work hard, but mid-level people work even harder.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically, I left on Friday. I drove to Yamava Casino, a 70-mile drive that should take an hour, and it takes 3.5 hours to get there because LA is fucking relentless. Did a show at Yamava, slept in San Bernardino, flew from San Bernardino the next morning to Chicago, landed in Chicago to do a charity event, did the charity event Friday night, slept, got up at 4:30 a.m. to torrential sheets of snow coming down. Like there is no more conflicting emotion than not thinking it's whimsical that it's snowing and just being like, oh fuck, I gotta get to O'Hare. Got to O'Hare, not a problem. Breezed through security. Fun fact, they don't have clear at the American terminal. I looked up ahead of time because I was like, I found to miss my flight. What gate had TSA pre-check? Nobody was there. O'Hare was a breeze. I get in. We get on the plane. It's 5:45. We're sitting on the plane. Pilot comes on. He's like, hey, we're looking like we're getting out of here. And I was like, I don't think we're getting out of here. And the guy next to me was like, obviously from Chicago. And he was like, no, we'll go. The flights after us might not go, but we'll go. And like, there is something very, like a confident man, like there is something calming about that. He's like, it'll happen. And even though I fly a lot, I was like, I believe I'm going to go with you. I'm going to just like tack on to some of your serenity.
Yeah.
He's like, it'll be okay. And the pilot was like, we have to get de-iced. I'm like, no problem. Who cares? But our flight is supposed to take off at 6. De-icing doesn't open until 6:15. I was like, what the fuck are we doing, Chicago O'Hare? Like, why wouldn't you A, call people in early, or B, open before flights are scheduled? Whatever. Flight was an hour late. Don't care. Because I always say, like, when you're trying to get out of somewhere like that or like Detroit, it's like Argo. Like, you cannot take a deep breath until like the wheels go up and the militia stops like following you on the ground.
Yeah.
We land. And I was supposed to land at 8 so I could get to the house by 10 to take Sarah to her birthday party. Landed at 9:30. My assistant picked me up with coffee and a wake-up wrap. Thank you so much, Danielle. Dropped me at the birthday party
where my body finally relaxed because I was so tense about all this travel and I was finally able to take a shit. I'm sorry. But the fact that I had to run into a kid's birthday party where all of my friends were, and I was like, I have to go to the bathroom and just like take a dump is so gross. But I just like, my body like wasn't ready to relax. Power enjoyed that birthday party, came home at 1 for a hair and makeup test because we had to do our reshoots for our movie. I still can't tell you the great news. At 1, in the hair and makeup test, the girl was like, I hear we're doing 2 looks. And I was like, what? She goes, well, we're doing the test for the shoot on Monday. She goes, but I'm also doing your full glam. I go, for what? She goes, you have a show tonight in San Diego. And I was like, yeah, but you know what? I will take that free glam. So 2 smoky eyes later at 3:00, Hunter meets me at my house with this very funny comic, Cat Bird, who came with us. We drive to San Diego, where at Harrah's, which is in Funner, California, where I have one of my favorite shows of the fucking tour. And Hunter takes my car, drives it home. A town car comes, picks me up, drives me through like the Murrieta National Forest, an hour and a half to Pomona, where producers put me at the Doubletree Inn in Pomona. Shout out to a very comfy bed where I got in at 12:30. I slept till exactly 5 a.m., where I was picked up at 5:30, grabbed a Starbucks, got on set, shot until 9:00 last night, came home, shot a very, very uncomfortable shower sex scene, not because of the sex, but because there was no hot water. No hot water.
Oh my God.
There was hot water for 1 second and it was so hot, it burned my co-star. Then it was freezing. So we had to just pretend to shower in water using bottled water and then just soap. And then I got home, woke up, and I finally had a day to relax. That was my last like 100 hours.
Oh my.
I'm just really tired right now.
Yeah. Can you relax this week a little bit? No.
No, you can't. We're screening our movie on Thursday. We have more reshoots the next week. But I took Sierra out of school today because I was like, I need to spend some time with you. And I was like, I'll take you shopping. Took her to Beverly Hills, humbled instantly by the price tag on a children's dress. Yeah. Tried to take her to Carter's. It was closed. Took her to Marshall's. And that was harrowing. So we're just going to order clothes from now on online.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's just slurping over there?
It's a cachava. I know we're not supposed to advertise it outside of the ads, but I really am drinking it. I like mine extra powdery. Anyway. But we're here. I fucking love December. I was in so many town cars this week and I was just like, can you put on Christmas music? And I just enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And I know that you've put together a great show, so we're ready to answer some of those questions. Oh, and shout out to Jen Teacher, who was at the show this weekend. Always nice to see you. Beautiful card.
So we have various questions, holiday related. But first I want to do one. We had been saving it for another episode, but I'm going to do it because this person needs help. So if it sounds a little familiar, it's because you read it in a document, but we're doing it because this person needs you. Dear Eliza and Emily, I am a newer mental health therapist in a group practice. I love my job and the people I work with. My problem is my supervisor's, quote, therapy dog. The dog is still a puppy and is receiving training. However, she's treated more like a family pet during her, quote, off hours. Not only that, my supervisor acquired the dog from our administrative assistant who will feed the dog off her plate at lunch or let her lick them when she is done, which has led to multiple staff members' lunches being snatched off desks and counters. In addition, the dog is not yet trained, so there's a lot of yelling, name, no, and squealing children.
Why wouldn't you just give us the dog's name?
The dog can speak up to Anonymous for its privacy. And squealing children, yelling for the dog, playing with her, running up and down the hall outside my office while I am in sessions. Long story short, it has become disruptive and the proper training measures are not being observed. Due to this, the dog is not well behaved or therapeutic for the majority of the office. I mentioned my concerns to our administrative assistant regarding feeding the dog off her plate, and it's very clear there are no plans of stopping. If you're saying something to my supervisor will not be well received due to the criticism not only extending to her pet ownership, but then to her management of the office, our administrative assistant, and her household. Do I email the agency owner? Do I do it in a phone call so it isn't in writing to be used against me by my supervisor? Do I have to bite my tongue on this? I like my job. I like my colleagues. I like our agency. I even like dogs. I just like them all better before this bait and switch situation. Thanks a million for any advice you can offer. Please keep me anonymous, even though I'm fairly certain none of them listen. Sincerely, dog tired of this. Now, Eliza.
It still hurts when you say that not everybody in the world listens to our podcast.
But they shared an update. Please help. The situation seems to only get worse. Now the dog is eating its poop and being allowed to lick clients' hands and faces and has noxious gas from being fed food it should not eat.
Okay. You are a therapist at a practice.
Yes.
And the dog belongs to a different therapist.
Her supervisor, but was adopted from the admin assistant. So her supervisor and the admin assistant both are kind of like, oh, schnookums, here's some of my hamburger.
I think this is what Emily would say to do. If this is truly impeding your work, is it more that you're just grossed out, or is the dog really disrupting your sessions? Because you have the right and your patients have the right to come to this place to get therapy and not be interrupted by barking or a dog like mega farting or whatever it is. I do think it's fair to like document all these things. And, you know, she's not actually a therapy dog, and it's not illegal, I guess, to have a dog. You're saying it's not healthy and the dog isn't trained. So maybe it's like when the dog is trained, she can come back. It shouldn't be an indictment on this woman as a woman, although she will take it that way. I think you bring it up to her. And since it is impeding your ability to give good service to your clients, if it continues, then you'd be like, I have to go to our superior because like I can't be like this. I think it's fair to say something to her.
Yeah, I think the big issue is it the licking of the plates. What do I care? I'm going to clean a plate before I use it. But if you feel like it's disrupting your patients and the work you are doing with them, that you have an obligation to your patients to make sure that this is an environment where they can relax. And I think the problem is that if she brings up to the supervisor and the administrative assistant, what are you thinking about? No Name is perfect. He's a little angel.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of food involved in this. And I'm just
why
like,
are you all eating at work so much?
What's happening with the food? Is the dog really eating its shit, or is it just like one time it happened? I mean, dogs lick disgusting things, and I feel like there's like antibacterial properties in their mouth, which is why I take most of my meals in Tianfu's mouth.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's that thing where, and I have been there, something bothers you, so then you start attaching little things. You're like, and it was this and this and this. Whereas if you love the dog, you wouldn't notice it.
Yes.
I would stick to the brass tacks of like, is this dog truly on a consistent basis disrupting your practice?
Yeah.
And if it is, that is what you talk to her about. Be like, I have had several times where the dog has come running in, or my clients lost their train of thought because the dog is always barking, and see if other people feel that way. Because what you don't want to do is build a case and she'll be like, one time the dog barked and I immediately brought her in. We're like, you don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill unless it's a true mountain.
And you have to be a little manipulative to not have her hackles come up about being a bad dog owner. So yeah, just saying like your dog smells, your dog eats off plates, your dog barks, that doesn't help. But saying, hey, the dog being chased, barking interrupts the business we're doing. That's objective.
Yeah. And if it continues and she ignores it, go to your supervisor. Like, I don't know why people are so afraid to go over people's heads and be like, I'll fucking own you.
That's what she's asking. She's like, if I go to the agency owner, do I do an email? Do I do it via call so they can't just forward the email to the supervisor?
I would never put it in writing, except for I would put in writing all the things you're documenting if they truly are things and not just you being annoyed.
But what's also your outcome? If you call the agency owner, do you want the agency owner to call and say, hey, no more dog? Would you be happy if the dog came in less times per week? Would you be happy if the dog was locked in an office with its owner?
Like, it's a tough thing to gerrymander. I think it has to be either yes dog or no dog, and they're going to know it to you. My question is, have you said anything? Like, are you able to have the distance from it and be like, I don't know who did that. I don't know who got your dog arrested. I would write it all down, but I would ask yourself, are these actual infractions?
Yeah.
Or is this just you being annoyed?
Infractions.
Because I had that with like a neighbor, and then every little thing starts to bother you. It's like, what is the real thing? The real thing is, I need you to move your basketball hoop.
Basketball hoop and your Homer dog that comes out of the bushes.
I look so ugly right now. I'm so glad I'm wearing a hat.
Keeping track of your finances is always stressful. And around the holidays, it can get even more stressful with the pressure to gift gifts, to buy new things, to take holiday vacations. If you want to keep your finances under control this holiday season, you need to be using Monarch. Rated Wall Street Journal's best budgeting app of 2025, Monarch is the all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean interface. You deserve that. You deserve to have financial clarity and to really see where all the money that you work for is going. Monarch does all the heavy lifting, by the way. All you have to do is link your accounts, and in minutes you get clear data visuals, smart categorization of your spending, and real control over your money. You don't need to keep track of every dollar, but ignoring your finances entirely can cost you. So let Monarch help you. And hey, it was also named Forbes' best app for couples because financial troubles can also come in twos. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code ELIZA at monarch.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code ELIZA. Everybody has that one relative that you forget about. And I hate to say this, but it's usually an elderly relative. We are so busy with our busy lives, sometimes we forget grandma or that great aunt or that step grandparent. They want to be kept in the loop. They want to know that you're doing okay, and they want to be included in family pictures. Well, that's why I love Aura frames. Aura frames are a digital frame that give you the power to constantly upload brand new pictures, and you can send them anywhere. Anywhere someone has an Aura frame, once you download the app, you can chuck it full of pictures of you, your family all year long, and it keeps that relative feeling included and loved. I've gifted Aura frames to a bunch of people in my family. I take a lot of pictures of Sierra and Ethan, and I'm constantly just firing off pictures. You just put it in Aura frames and off it goes. And then these relatives get the joy of seeing, well, me and my kids all year long. You can upload unlimited photos and video. You can preload photos before it ships. That's what I did. I just set it up and sent it. You can personalize the gift by adding a message before it arrives, and the gift box is included. Every frame comes packaged in a premium gift box with no price tag. And for a limited time, you can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code ELIZA at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code ELIZA. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast. So order yours and get it in time for the holidays. Support this show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. There is something wildly therapeutic about fresh socks. It's like stepping on grass, but for socks, but for your feet. There's something revitalizing about it. And sock scientists, yes, there are scientists for socks, at Bombas have found a way to channel that energy into everything, from slippers with sink-in cushioning to satisfyingly weighty tees. And the feeling, it doesn't stop after one wear, it keeps going. And that's why I am a Bombas fan, not just for me, but for my children. Sierra, don't you love wearing Bombas?
Yeah, they hug my feet so tight. Can I have the Bombas with the dogs on them?
Yes, we will get you Bombas with dogs on them. Do you have any other Bombas that you want for your little feet?
Ooh, Snoopy.
Oh, wow. They've got Bombas in all types of colors and characters for little kids. And what I also like about Bombas is their mission. For every pair of Bombas you purchase, Bombas donates one to someone facing homelessness on your behalf. So anytime you get something cozy, someone else does too.
We all get to be cozy.
That's why I not only love wearing Bombas, but I love gifting Bombas. It's just my favorite sock, and they feel great. I wear them on tour. I wear them on stage. I wear them at home. Haven't you seen me in my Bombas at home?
Yes, I have, and you look great.
Head over to bombas.com/Eliza and use code ELIZA for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/Eliza. Code ELIZA at checkout.
Hey, gang. Context me equals JJ, gay boy in Tampa, Florida. Saw you in DC a few years ago and saw you recently here on your Florida only tour.
Okay, that's not recent, and I was just in DC, so I don't know what we're doing here.
I recently went to dinner with some friends, and one of them invited this gay couple I had never met before. One of the couple was a real fuck twat to the waitress. We'll call him Grover because that's his name, and he's such a dick he deserves to be put on blast. The waitress took everyone's drink orders, brought all of our drinks except for Grover's. Smelly walked over and said, "Sorry, I forgot what you ordered. Remind me and I'll get that for you." He told her. She walked off, and he didn't take eyes off her the whole time. He watched every step she took. She went to the bar, took a shot with some other servers, who cares, grabbed his beer and came back over.
Who wants to be drunk and working?
I know.
Oh my God.
Dinner. Oh, what a nightmare. This asshole immediately lit into her for messing up his order, delaying his drink by taking a shot before bringing it to him. It was so egregiously mean. Her taking a shot at the bar delayed his beer by 30 seconds? I've waited tables before, and if you've done it, you know it's thankless and very high stress. I was so embarrassed. Another waitress came over to try and smooth things over, and he went off on her too, screaming he was getting email corporate to get away from our table, that the situation was none of her business. What? I was so embarrassed. Then Grover walks off.
I'll email BJ myself. I'd love to.
I could see him inside the restaurant going off on the manager. I happened to notice our poor waitress walk past, and I went inside and approached her. She immediately backed away from me, broke out into tears, and said something like, "Please don't come at me."
No.
The poor girl acted like
you're drunk at work. Please don't come at me. What?
The poor girl acted like a dog that had been beaten with a stick. She thought I was coming to yell at her like that asshole at our table did. I immediately assured her I wasn't coming to attack her. I apologized for his behavior, told her I had just met that dip dick that evening, and told her if she'd just give me their check, I'd ask them to leave. She stopped crying, seemed relieved, sent the manager over with the check. I tipped her heavily since that fucker treated her so poorly. Okay, so here's our setup. Grover takes his anger out in inappropriate ways. After the asshole and his husband left, I addressed the behavior with my friend that invited Grover. He stood up for him and said he was just having a bad day and that I haven't seen the good side of him before. If you're bringing a waitress to tears and treating her like hammered dog shit, what good side do you have? I called an Uber and left. My conundrum is that now my friend is having a Christmas party where this asshole Grover was invited. There's an old saying, you're the company which you keep, right? I don't want to be associated with this fucking asshole, but I don't want to piss my friend off. Part of me thinks a lot less of my friend for associating with Grover, but my friend is a good person. He's just a little insecure and doesn't want to alienate anyone. So, my God, the end of this, you're going to be shocked by the turn, but hold on.
Oh my God.
It
turns out Grover's great in bed.
Well, no, but what do I do if I go to this party and Grover shows up? I'm inclined to do a 180 walk out the door, but if I do that, it's going to upset my friend. So
I'm inclined to do a 360 and stay right where I am.
Do I immediately leave, which will make it known to my friend I won't be in Grover's presence, or do I lay low and just distance myself from Grover for the evening? If I choose the latter, I feel like Grover will just end up finding another way to possibly hurt someone else, which is even worse.
I think
Grover needs to know it's not okay to treat people like that, but I don't think anything anyone could say would make someone as hateful as him understand. I've never seen someone treat another human being as poorly as this fucktwat treated that waitress.
Wait, really?
I
You've
know.
never seen a case of like a human rights violation worse than a drunk waitress being yelled at?
Is there something I should say to my friend in advance of the party? Something I should say if Grover shows up? Something to say after? Should I confront Grover? I'm ashamed I didn't stand up to him at the restaurant. I was just so caught off guard. For further context, Grover used to be 400 pounds. Not sure what he did to get the weight off, but my experience—
Why is that further context?
That insecurity stays with you forever, no matter how much weight you lose. Must make him feel better to treat other people like crap. Grover, you suck at life.
Okay.
To get to that point, it cracks me up that he's like, by the way, Grover was 400 pounds.
I mean,
Grover, that has nothing to do with anything.
No, it doesn't. It's not nothing.
It's not nothing, but in this instance, it's—
Yeah, in this instance, you are putting— First of all, thank you for writing in. You need to see me more often. You're doing the girl thing. Does this person have a name?
JJ. Gay man. It's a gay man.
I know it's a gay man. And I'm
Okay.
telling you, you're doing the girl thing where you're like trying to not only plan for the future, but decide exactly what you'll do when. Here's the truth.
Yes.
Lord knows I've been in situations where I'm like, oh my God, I was so stunned. I can't believe I didn't say anything. But you
Yes.
didn't. You didn't. That was the moment to stand up. And you went over to the waitress and that's sweet, but that was your moment to be like, dude, chill the fuck out. But you didn't, okay? So now what happened is Grover probably does suck.
Yeah.
And this thing where now you're judging your friends, which is unfair for the actions of someone else. You know, and you're like, they're the company you keep, but you also are the company that they keep. So like, it's your friend, they're a few degrees removed. So it's not like it's an indictment necessarily on your friends. You don't do anything. You don't do anything. Do you like these friends? You are judging everybody so harshly here. This guy sucked. There is the version where like that does suck. You're getting drinks. We have this thing in America where like we glorify people doing these sort of entry-level jobs as if they're untouchable. Like her job is to bring the drinks. It is shitty to come back and be like, I forgot your drink. What was it? He didn't have to be that shitty. And then for her to go and do a shot, that's why she forgot the drink. She sucks at her job. He should have just not tipped her. You don't deserve a tip at that point and moved on. But he decided because he's been treated shitty his whole life, he would pay it forward. Okay. She sucked. He sucked. He could have been having a day. You need to decide if you want to go to this party because you like your friend. You don't have to give this guy a chance, but you don't have to plan what you're going to say to this fucking loser. Show up. And if he does it again, that's your time to shine. And you'll be like a little trigger happy waiting to say something. Don't let him take away your enjoyment of your friends.
Yeah. I would be surprised, unless he has just a problem with women, I'd be surprised if he's nasty at the party. He felt in this case, and as your friend said he had a bad day, he felt in this case he could go off on this person. She couldn't do anything about it. She had to take it. So he did. He's a shitty person. But I think a party situation is going to be different. To care that much. Like this guy is unhinged. They didn't bring you your beer. She brings it to you 30 seconds later. Like, yeah, it's annoying. Okay, she's not a good waitress.
So don't tip her.
But why
End
you
of story.
And then another woman comes over. It's like, this is none of your business. Guess what? It's every waiter's business because who gives a fuck?
And
like,
by the way, when it was
about?
escalated, that was your chance to say something. And if you want to get super horny and excited to say something, then go hoping Grover is shitty to someone.
Right.
But he could just be shitty. He's just a loser. Like don't stoop to his level. Go to the party and completely write him off. You can just say, hi, how are you? And you can just go to the other side of the room. He's not going to be dying to hang out with you. And unless he gains that 400 pounds back between now and the party, he's not going to be close to you. So don't worry about it. And if he does it again and you know for a fact he's a shitty person, you can tell your friends he's shitty. But like, it doesn't have to be this dramatic. Like I have a lot of friends that I'll have a friend that I don't think is great. I just say nothing and I never see that person. And like, that's it.
Yeah, I think we have
They'll outgrow him, by the way. If he's shitty consistently, they'll start to see it.
This idea of like you are the company you keep, I think it's accurate to a point. And I think it's like, yeah, if your friend is friends with like a Nazi or a Confederate or whatever, like that's a line. But we all have some shitty friends who are selfish or rude or uppity. We all also have bad days and we all also have like shitty service. And like, I don't know if you're playing it down. I don't know if she had been shitty for other things or if it was just the one thing. Like there's so many variables here. It's not about giving. Well, and his name is Grover.
It's a rough one. It's not about giving him another chance as much as it is about like your own sanity.
Yeah.
Show up, have a drink, see this guy, or don't. You don't need to be friends with him.
He doesn't need another chance, but you don't need to make this party about him.
At all. At all.
If he's there, he probably won't even go. He's busy screaming at a woman somewhere. Being named Grover. Yeah, exactly. Any inconvenience sets him off like that. He's not making it to the party.
That's that. That being said, that waitress sucks.
She wasn't good at her job, but I just can't imagine screaming at someone. Again, someone could serve me like a cup of spit and I'd be like, I think you might have gotten the wrong thing. If you wouldn't mind, I wouldn't be like, oh.
Also, I'm sorry. She lost my sympathy when she was like, please don't yell at me. Like, fucking grow a pair. This is a bar.
Right.
Like, you can talk back to someone. Like, I got fired from the shittiest job. Like, please don't yell at me.
Please don't. Honestly, I'm going to start saying that. Please don't yell at me. You know, she said, please don't come at me. Anytime anyone comes in 10 feet of me, please don't come at me.
Please don't come at me. Please.
Please. Hey, gang. I, 30 female, have been with my boyfriend, 34 male, for almost a year. And this is our first holiday season together. I am super excited to start new traditions for just the two of us, but I have no idea where to start. A bit of background. We are both aviation pilot and flight attendant. Sorry, Eliza, LOL. So I guess because they're out there messing with you in the skies, but no, good. Thanks for your service in the air. So our schedules aren't super aligned. I'll be at home for the holiday while he'll be working. Furthermore, his family does Secret Santa and has already planned that for this year. So that's not on the table. So I think she's like, what do I do for just us? Like they can't do Secret Santa because they're already doing it. Past having our own little gift swap before the holiday, are there any cute traditions we can have just to ourselves as we begin building a life together? We're already doing gingerbread, so that'll be an adventure for sure. LOL.
Sucks. Like a gingerbread house, they're always hard to make. It's always shitty. They never taste good. Skip it. You're going to buy the kit and it's going to fall apart because we're not architects, because we're not structural engineers.
Happiest of holidays, the pod crew. Chrissy, you can use my name. My friends who listen are very aware of my relationship. LOL. Her friends listen, Eliza.
Chrissy, you can get yourself a grump tree. You could buy little trees and decorate them.
Yeah. I mean, it's harder to have like a little like decorating contest when there's only two of you, but I think even making the gingerbread, like baking together, putting on music, just taking that time together.
Okay, I can't tell you what traditions to do because we don't have holiday traditions per se that are like just me and Noah. But I will tell you, and this may not be your thing, a few years in a row now, I've said to Noah, like, I want to make a holiday treat for people. And he's helped me. One year we made jarred tomato sauces. Another year he helped me make pepperkorn, which are like these like Swedish spiced cookies. I made like 400 of them.
Oh my God.
He's helped me make my candy. He helped me make these like Christmas wreath cookies that have like a little thing in the middle. They're like rosemary. If you wanted, it could be cute if you help each other make gifts for other people.
Yeah.
Like a little Christmas bake-off. And you like get the boxes and you do that. That's a cute holiday season thing.
Yeah, because I think the baking, like being together, having the heat up.
Yeah, maybe it's a movie. I mean, it can just, don't feel the pressure to do a ton of things. It should just be one thing. And it doesn't have to be even Christmas related. It's like we always get Thai food.
Yeah.
We get Thai food, we watch a bad movie. You know, we watch all of Eliza's specials back to back. Like it's something, listen to.
Yeah.
We buy all of her books. It could be volunteering, which I will tell you, one year, Noah and I at Christmas, we went to volunteer. This was a few years ago. And it was bullshit. Because that's when every celebrity wants to volunteer.
Yeah.
Our time was totally wasted. Like we were not used effectively at all. They were serving food and it was going so slowly. And Noah went in, he was like, I'm whatever it's called, like kitchen safe certified. I can help. They were like, no, we're good. Like I didn't go there to do anything other than like really help. They're like, yeah, you can just walk this one kid through the Christmas present maze and then you can go home. And I was like, okay, not famous enough to do like a ribbon cutting. So you could do that though. You could volunteer. Together.
Well, and I keep seeing on Reddit, I forget what they're called, something trees, where like people have put like kids that aren't going to get gifts. It's like little things they fill out. So it's like, oh, I'm this size clothes, needs gloves, wants a Pokemon card, and then you buy them. So you're buying Christmas gifts for like kids that want them.
Maybe you could make a collage for what you envision, like a vision board for next year. But as far as traditions, I think they kind of just happen. So like do fun things and then next year see if you want to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get a grump tree like me.
I made my parents a hot chocolate bar because I was trying to like thank them and I didn't really know what to do. So I like I had them over and I had like hot chocolate and little fixings and little whiskey. And I was like, they were like, this is so nice. And I was like, thank you.
And salmon.
I didn't make the salmon. I went and got pies from this New Zealand pie shop.
That's cute.
Warm pie, savory pies.
I thought it was savory. Not my favorite. Okay, too British. Moving on.
I don't want to be your Santa. Hi, Liza and Emily. Huge fan of the podcast and your specials, Eliza. You're gonna be not mad, but I've seen you in Denver once, hoping to make it again soon. Saw you, I think, in 2022, 2023, and there was a joke about giraffe birth that made me snort my White Claw.
Giraffe birth never made it into a special. It's about giraffes giving birth, and okay.
I, 25 male, I'm having a hard time figuring out what to do with and then it says fiend, but I think they meant friend, 24 female. But I wonder if this is coloring how they think.
24 male, not sure what to do with
25 male.
Gay.
I don't know.
You don't know that. You don't know that you don't know.
I don't know.
25 male doesn't know what to do with his 24-year-old fiend friend, girl.
Fiend female friend.
Okay.
My friend and I were really close from about 2017 to 2023. We would see each other a couple times a month, would talk on the phone about once a week. This ebbed and flowed a lot throughout our friendship, different colleges and different parts of the state. There's been an odd shift in our friendship dynamic because in the last 2 years, I have seen her maybe 4 times total. This is natural as you get older and start working full-time jobs, I know. I'm an administrator at a music school and she is a kindergarten teacher. Last year, she asked me to call and pretend to be Santa for her kindergarten class for some Christmas magic. That's cute. I did it with no complaints, and I think I knocked it out of the park. However, after not talking much and not seeing each other for the better part of the year, she texts me out of the blue tonight. All right, we got to schedule our Santa call. At this point in time, I have not seen her probably 8 to 10 months. We've spoken on the phone maybe twice. Our text and communication is about 1 to 3 months apart every time. My main issue is with her not really asking and just more expecting that I'm going to do it. So my question is this. Would I be the jerk to say, nope, not my responsibility this year? She has not showed up as a friend and has avoided any opportunity to come hang out with me. I offered to host or come to her, nothing. I've explicitly expressed my desire to see each other more, and I'm always met with, maybe if I have a reason to be up there. And if I express my frustration about not seeing each other, I'm met with, I have a hard job. Like, girl, we all have hard jobs. Okay, maybe he's gay, Eliza. I will most likely do it because I think the kids deserve some holiday magic. But am I justified to be frustrated and annoyed with her approach when she hasn't done anything to check on me or see me in the last year? Any advice is greatly appreciated. Thanks for being big sister. I really don't feel the need to be anonymous because anything I've said here, I would say to her face. Jack from Colorado.
Jack, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
That's totally fair. Like, I guess it's also like, what does it take? 2 minutes? But your thing is like, this is me taking time out of my life to do you a favor that you expect, and you've given me nothing. I say you don't do it. Fuck those kids.
Here's what I would do. I would do it one more time, but I would be like, hey, let's schedule that. But is this the only time you're going to talk to me? Like, make her feel
That's
a little
great question.
uncomfortable.
Oh, she'll get super defensive. If she's the kind of person that says she has a hard job, then she's also going to be like, that's really fucked up. This was for the kids. It is amazing how quickly I hate people.
I know.
Like, I hate her.
I know.
Jack.
But it's similar to the like dog. Like, are you always, is it annoying? Or are you just annoyed? Like, this woman is just like, you did a nice thing. It's not the question, but it's that she would ask after giving your relationship nothing. She still wants this favor from you. Ugh.
You know, I have to be honest. I wonder, I'd like to think my friend Josh doesn't feel that way. Gay man, set decorator. I call him every year to come help me. I like buy him lunch, but like decorate my house for the holidays because it's like fun. It's like a fun little hang. And I just canceled coffee on him because we had to do like reshoots and I felt so bad. Yeah. And we don't talk a ton during the year, but I really am like out of town and I have a family, but I hope now I have to call him and be like, I hope you don't feel that way.
Reschedule the coffee. I mean, this woman has not done, it's not like Josh has been like, come over. And you've been like,
True.
Like,
Josh is also busy.
Our guy has been like, hey, you can come to, I will come to you.
Yeah.
Like,
it sounds like she just calls you when she needs you and assumes you'll just be there. And you're like, actually, for some reason, you like this girl and you're wanting more from her friendship and she's not hearing that. And that's not fair. Like, that's incredibly sweet that you're trying to schedule time. And so she's like, here's what I need from you. I think even though I'm telling you, like, take a stand, it's like you kind of want to end up doing it. But then you should just not answer the phone anymore. Like full LA vibes, just like not.
Or say to her what you said to us, because you said you would if you would say the same thing to her. So say it. I will absolutely do this for these kids, but I don't love that we never talk and you're only reaching out to me for this favor.
Yeah. And I think what's if she's a good person, she'll understand that like what you're saying is I love you. I want to see you. Like under it all, you're like, I'm wanting more time with you. And for her to get defensive and be like, I'm busy, that tells you all you need to know. Like for someone to not, if someone loves you, like for someone to not hear that and to just make it about like how you're impugning their freedom.
Yeah.
I think that will be, I think you say this to her and that will be the tonal indicator of how to proceed for everything else.
Yeah. Cause I think if she was indicating that she cared in other ways, you would flag that. And she's not like, George texted me the other day. He's like, I haven't heard from you in a while. And I saw on PlayStation you played a game called The Suicide of Rachel Foster. You good? And I'm like, yeah, I downloaded a game. Thank you.
Like, how good of him to check on your mental health with you good. I'm sure it took a lot of courage and strength.
I'm sure it was more than that, but that was the tone. But I just think this girl sucks, but I like our question asker. And I like that he's going to be Santa. Although, you know what she's going to do? She's never mind then. Whatever. I don't need you.
Never mind that. Well, you know what? And that's her answer
also
to this
great.
is is the litmus test.
Yes.
This is all that you need to know.
Yeah.
How she feels about you. We don't like her.
No. We've never hated a kindergarten teacher so much.
Especially if you say it in kind ways like, I just miss you and I wish we'd hang out more, and that's a bummer. And that will either be her, she will either answer that selfishly or as a friend. She'll either be like, I know, I'm so sorry. I really mean to, which is great. Or like, if she gives you any pushback, this girl is defensive about the fact that she's been shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not reaching out all year. I don't know. It could be a thing where you never talk and it's like, this is the one thing that you do. But the truth is you are wanting something from her.
Yeah.
And that's her friendship. So since you're not okay with just being this friend once a year because you do want more, then that's why this hurts. Yeah. I'm sorry. So you know what? You really have nothing to lose by telling her how you feel, because she'll either bump up the friendship and see you as an equal, or you'll lose her, which is great because she's a bitch.
Which is also fine, yeah, because you don't have her anyway.
She's a bitch kindergarten teacher who wants to entertain these kids. What a monster.
I do think it's funny. And I would feel better about it if I'm this guy. It's like, well, she doesn't have many friends because she doesn't know a single other man she could ask to call in.
What is that, by the way?
I think she's probably disconnected from everyone. So
that's what's
don't feel
weird.
Too bad. You're the only person who can play Santa. You just did such a good job.
We always joke on Ask Eliza Anything that all of our listeners have master's degrees or PhDs. And while not all of you do, it is no secret that I have smart listeners who are always looking to better themselves. And that's why I want to tell you guys about Masterclass. With Masterclass, you can learn from the best to become your best. You can learn storytelling and writing from Salman Rushdie. You could improve your dribbling by watching a masterclass from Steph Curry. You could learn about comedy from Kevin Hart. You could even learn about business from Kris Jenner. You can pick any category you could possibly imagine, anything you might want to dabble in or master, and you will find a successful, maybe even a celebrity instructor to tell you how to get better at all the things that you're interested in. With Masterclass, you can learn from the best to become your best, with plans starting at just $10 a month, which is a deal to learn from a master. You can get unlimited access to over 200 plus classes taught by the world's best business leaders, writers, chefs, athletes, artists, and so much more. With Masterclass, you get thousands of bite-sized lessons across 13 categories that fit into even the busiest of schedules. You can use this for yourself, or it makes a great gift. Masterclass always has great offers during the holidays, sometimes up to as much as 50% off. Head over to masterclass.com/Eliza for the current offer. That's up to 50% off at masterclass.com/Eliza. Masterclass.com/Eliza. If you are not, let's say, financially literate, it can be hard to talk to your kids about money. I mean, my daughter's only 3.5, but I sometimes lack the lexicon to explain to her what savings are, really how math works. But Acorns Early helps my daughter learn about money management very early. Acorns Early is the money app and debit card that makes it easy to grow kids' smart money habits. Kids' eyes are going to light up when they realize that they're in control of their spending. Acorns Early lets kids learn by doing. They can earn money with the in-app chore tracker, practice real-life budgeting with automatic allowances, and they can even set their own savings goals. You want that doll? You got to work for that doll. And parents get peace of mind because kids can securely manage their own money while you set limits and step in if the card is ever lost. Ready to join the over 1.2 million parents and kids who've unlocked their kids' potential with Acorns Early? Get your free month on us when you head to acornsearly.com/Eliza or download the Acorns Early app. That's 1 month free when you sign up at acornsearly.com/Eliza. Acorns Early is issued by NBKC Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license by Visa USA. Free trial for new subscribers only. Subscription fee starts from $5 per month unless canceled. Terms apply at acornsearly.com/early terms. It's a gamble when you step outside with your personal belongings. Purses get snatched, things get stolen, especially when you're traveling. You cannot afford to have your bag taken. Well, ladies, meet the smartest, most stylish anti-theft handbags around. Rachel Bloom makes luxury smart bags with fingerprint locks, GPS tracking, distance alarms, and cut-resistant materials. They are sleek, secure, and they are gorgeous, well-crafted handbags. And now I've arranged a special offer for Ask Eliza Anything listeners to get 20% off with code Eliza at rachelbloom.com/Eliza, because safety is sexy and smart.
Al, longtime listener, and I finally have a kind of Christmas question and an in-law question. I'm introverted, but I could talk to a doorknob if I had to make conversation, and I usually don't have any trouble keeping a conversation going.
Oh, our favorite. Wait, let me brew some cocoa.
I think that your brewing is...
It's in my
slurping.
mouth.
Ew.
It's already in my mouth. Can you name the episode? It's already in my mouth.
Oh, boy. I finally have a kind of Christmas question, in-law question. I'm introverted, but I could talk to a doorknob if I had to make conversation, and I usually don't have any trouble keeping a conversation going. One of my in-laws is extremely hard to talk to. I've never had this problem with anyone else in my life. This isn't anything new, but I feel like it's more pronounced this past year as we have spent a lot more time together. If I lean into the silence, she will stay silent, and there we will sit. I'll ask her questions about her life, and she will tell me, and then that's it.
Didn't like you.
Our relationship is very one-sided. She
She saw you yell at a waitress at a bar once. She didn't like you.
She'll often tell me things about herself, but I can tell doesn't really care when I share something random. We're very different people with very different lives, but I cannot believe after all this time we haven't been able to connect better. Sometimes I start to panic if we're alone together, if we have to go somewhere together, because it just feels so awkward.
Who is it, though? Is it your aunt?
One of my in-laws. So maybe a
Probably
sister.
sister-in-law. Feels
Yeah.
like a sister-in-law. Okay.
Feels so awkward unless someone is there as a buffer for us. And the advice I want to do, I don't think they hate me, but I also don't think they really like me or they would try harder too. We're about to spend 2 weeks over the holidays together and I'm nervous already. The way the family dynamic is, there's no way for us to avoid each other or I have a feeling we would. Thanks, ladies.
I wish we had more context. Like, are you gay? She's straight. Are you something? And they're super conservative. Like, I need to know more. Are you conservative? And they're super liberal. Like, what? Why won't you tell us anything else?
Don't you have, I've met people in my life like this where it's like, we just don't connect conversationally. I joke, they don't get it. They say something, I don't get that they're joking, and we just don't connect. There are just those people.
I guess, we have to unpack this a little bit because it's like, why you want their approval? Why do you want their approval? Why do you want that connection? Why do you want their validation? Is this person cool? Is this your husband's sister? And you're like, I'm a peacemaker. I'm a people pleaser. Like, I don't, this is almost impossible to answer because I don't know, like, power-wise where either of you sit.
Well, and if she's okay, or he, in-law of random gender,
Are they? Come on now.
Are they okay? That you say if you sit in silence, they will just sit there in silence and won't say a word. So sit there in silence, scroll your phone.
That's hard if you're not that kind of person because it
hard.
is like a palpable energy.
It feels crazy.
So, and I know that feeling just from being in like green rooms with like male comics who are like trying to like posture and then I don't say anything back. And then it's like deeply uncomfortable because it's like everyone's trying to look like they're super cool. And you're just like, I'm a normal person that socializes. It happens all the time. I think if it is a value to you, if a value to you is getting along with people, and if you truly think nothing is wrong, then I suggest you extend an olive branch. I think you just be like, do you want to get a drink? I feel like we never connect. And I feel like what I would say, if this person I was positive didn't have a personal issue with me, I'd be like, we should get a drink. Like I would act like we're already friends. Or you could bring her like a really cool Christmas gift. Like I would try to bring her into your work or him. Or if it's a guy, maybe he's like in love with you. Like I need more context. I'm sorry. Like this, we don't even have genders.
Is it a weird move to be like, hey, are you cool with us sitting inside? I don't want to just fill up the silence to fill up the silence. Like if you want to be quiet, we can be quiet. You think that's like a weird move to just like call it out?
Because then they'll be like, I'm cool with it. Like you.
And then you go, okay, great.
No, because you know they're cool with it. Like this person might just be cool with it. You're wanting to be friends with them. And what's going to suck is if they're like, I just feel like we don't get along. Or like, I saw you one time kick a dog. Like, I don't know. Is this a boy? Is this a girl? Are they older? Are they?
When there's
this
a
isn't
buffer,
fair.
when there's someone as a buffer, does this person open up to them or you're then talking to the buffer? And so the third freak doesn't matter because they're sitting there silently. Like, does this person have better interactions with others?
Yeah. Is this person always lame? I can always tell when someone feels uncomfortable. Usually people are intimidated around me and they get really quiet, and I have learned to clock this. And so I try to be like super open. Some people just suck. She might just suck, but it's bothering you because you seem like a normal person. So you might just have to work a little bit harder. Maybe this is the trip where you guys do something and you finally open up. You say you're an introvert, maybe they're an introvert as well. And maybe what you're extending just isn't enough. You might have to get in there with some real extrovert behavior. Hey, do you want to get like a secret drink? Hey, come help me do this weird thing. Let's go smoke some weed. Can you like help me go buy this thing? It's really heavy. Like that is the power of, I was thinking about this the other day, the micro trip when you're on like a holiday with someone. Like you and your brother go to pick up something for your mom. You and your cousin go like smoke a bowl and walk around the block. Like there is this connectivity power in little micro side quests away from the group that have the ability to bond people. That's what I would do. Is there an errand or something that you guys can run, get in a little bit of trouble together?
I'm just imagining this person just sitting there silently.
You can ask her, be like, what is it? Why don't you talk?
Deal?
That's how I would do it. I'd be like, are you okay? You're so quiet.
That's what people love to hear.
Some people just suck. And I'm thinking of like a particular archetype of like bookish, super hipstery East Side girl that's just like super reserved and like, this is how I am. And I wear high-waisted pants because it's ugly, but it's supposed to be cool. And it's 2016, but I also do comedy. And you're just like, why do I feel like you hate me? Like, I just stop wanting it so bad from these people who probably are intimidated by you.
Yeah.
That's really personal. I just made it that way, but go for it. We need more.
Okay. I have a holiday question / dilemma. I think I'm too late to deal with it for this Christmas, but for future years, it may help. I get along great with my husband's family and live in the same city as his parents. And his brother and my sister-in-law live a few hours away. We see them at Christmas, including this year when we go to them for a few days. The dilemma is this. I used to enjoy gift giving and receiving more than I do now. Yep. I've got some reasons why I think I find it less fun than normal. Perhaps scrolling too much in the weight of capitalism, consumer culture, and sustainability. It just feels like a burden when amassed every year. Send your Christmas list by the in-laws, as if I'm not a 41-year-old married homeowner who can buy something I really needed or wanted.
Totally.
What I would like to do is get the family to scale back or fully stop gift giving to each other. It's not that I get no joy from getting gifts from others, but I don't really like the idea of just gift giving for the sake of it. No one is poor in the family, but it feels unnecessary for the retired parents to continue to give us adult children gifts. There's also a very fair distribution of gift monetary values that I find amusing as an only child. Oh, that's very important. Probably related, there are and will be no grandchildren in the family. I've brought this up nicely to my mother.
It's a little weird.
Brought this up nicely to none of them. Brought this up nicely to my mother-in-law, and she's basically told me it's not going to stop. They're never not going to give us Christmas gifts. She suggests I stop giving them birthday, Mother's, and Father's Day gifts instead if I find it, quote, such a burden. Ooh. She said suggesting no gifts is taking the joy away from people who like to give gifts.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Am I being unreasonable here? I feel a little like a whiny brat, but it's also not like I can just stop giving them gifts if they'll continue to give us gifts. I think it's mostly that I don't want any gifts, and they never give just one. It's usually in the range of 4 to 8 each. You'd think spending time together and all that would be enough, but apparently it's incredibly important to them that there are real physical gifts to open on Christmas morning. Any advice?
Aww. I mean, you guys are their babies.
Yeah.
And you're not going to change them. It is completely out of bounds for you to expect people to stop giving gifts because of the way that you live.
Yeah,
That's
for you to
right.
say nobody should exchange gifts anymore. That's not happening.
But I do understand how you feel as a 42-year-old homeowner and adult. I buy myself anything that I want, and I don't get a joy. I love getting presents. I love little things from my fans. I love it when my reps give me gifts or when brands give me stuff, but I also love giving gifts.
Yeah.
All of that being said, I like gifts because they're an unexpected surprise. I never ask for anything. And I literally told my mother-in-law, please don't get me a gift this year. I think there's this thing too, where if you're aware of other people's finances, you're just like, I don't want you to spend $200 on something, or like, I don't want it. I don't want it because I'm trying to be kind to you. And I know that you want things to be, but like I truly have so much and too much.
Yeah.
So that's like the overconsumption of it all. I get it. I'm constantly giving things away and I don't want anything because I do feel bad because anything that I'm given will be superfluous because I don't actually want for anything. And so I understand wholeheartedly where you're coming from, but those people are not in the same boat as you and they love gift giving. You're just going to have to, you can say that you don't want anything. And for your gifts, you know, you can give smaller things. You can give homemade items. You can give thrifted things. You can give homemade cookies. You know, you can ask for less, but you might just have to, you know, if you want to relieve yourself from some of the burden of consumption, you can re-gift it. You can give it away.
I'm trying to think of things where, okay, number one, if we could cut down on the number so it's not 4 to 8, but I'm trying to think if there's anything they could give you that they could have joy from you unwrapping that then like everyone gets joy out of, like a puzzle, but that's not it. Or like things to kids' toys to donate, but no, they don't want you to open that. Like I'm trying to think, is there a world in which they open something and then it's not, maybe it's only food gifts so that then it's not in your house forever.
I mean, you could, if you really want to kind of take all the fun out of this, you can be like, my ultimate gift is if you would gift to these charities that are close to my heart. Then I can unwrap a little gift that like a piece of paper or something. They want to see you open a present.
Yeah.
And it's a generational thing where you're like, they just want to see you open a thing. And you're like, but this thing is made of like cheap Chinese plastic and it's clogging up the earth. I mean, it is a miscommunication that we have. Like, I know that feeling. You're just like, but this is garbage and I didn't want it and I didn't need it. And we're like choking on this stuff. But, you know, we die on these tiny hills and it's like, but we all take planes and we all order from Amazon and we all contribute. So you can't control them. I understand your pain. They're not going to stop. You can request gifts that are more useful. Like I need 15 sponges.
I want a lot of toilet paper.
You know, or the donation thing or a gift card, like to a coffee shop by my house. Like that's something that you're going to use eventually. Amazon gift card, you know? I know that doesn't solve the consumption thing, but at least it actually is useful.
And some charities have kind of addressed it. Like you can do the ones where it like helps the turtles and you get like a little bracelet that lets you track the turtle, or you're helping an elephant, you get a little stuffed elephant. Like there's things there where it's like there's still a surprise element of like, oh, which animal? But if she's asking, send us the Christmas list, like send her those kinds of things and
send
see how
her
she
exactly
responds.
what you want. Yeah, which is like $50 to these 4 different charities, $25. You know what? Make them low. $20 to these 4 charities.
Yeah.
Each.
Yeah.
Done. It'll be so fucking annoying to her that she'll just do it. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah. That is tough. And you're right, it's too late for this year. But report back on what 4 to 8 gifts you got.
Yeah, let us know how many magic 8 balls or whatever useless gift you got.
From the past, Beanie Babies. Top of the cup.
Oh, I thought you were going to say get a Labubu. Okay.
It's a talk with a cob. We're doing it right every day. You just take a bite, top of the cob.
My bottom of the cob.
Yeah.
Let's fire bottoms. Let's fire through the bottoms. You do yours. We'll do a fan, then I'll do mine, and then we'll end with my top of the.
Okay. A fan has a really good bottom. When your hand lotion bottle makes a fart sound in your quiet office full of coworkers, now you have to try and snap the lid closed as loudly as humanly possible so they know it wasn't you that made that noise.
Okay, other point, not even counterpoint. In addition to that, if you pump a hand lotion thing too fast, it sounds like someone jerking off. Like,
oh,
yeah, it wasn't me. That's actually pretty funny. That's a gift. That will bond your coworkers. And then they're like, yeah, right. You're like, yeah, I just rip a fart.
Somebody making a farting noise is hysterical.
It's
somebody
so
actually
funny.
farting, if you can see them, is upsetting. But if you can't, it's amazing.
My daughter understands how gross it is. And if she like farts, I'll just be like, you're going to burn a hole through the carpet. And she thinks that's so funny that farts can be hot. Okay. What's your top? I'm sorry.
Bottom.
Relax.
My bottom is, I think we know too much sometimes. I have USPS informed delivery. So it tells me what mail is coming. And it was like, your coupons from Purina for that moldy food you got are coming. But guess what? They haven't shown up. Did someone steal them? And I wouldn't have known to be waiting for them, but I am. They were supposed to be here yesterday. Where are they?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to stalk my neighbor and be like, where's my envelope full of Purina coupons that I'm owed?
It's too much. It's too much.
What is your bottom?
My bottom of the cob was we had reshoots, which is normal for every movie. For Spencer Confidential, we came back like 6 months later, maybe even longer, maybe a year later. Because you always have things that you either have to redo or like pickups, little things that you didn't get in the process. Anyway, so that was in Pomona. And so at 5:30 a.m., the car picks me up. I get to set, which we shot in this place. It's called like Lancaster. It's like a family name. Anyways, it's a mental hospital that people don't work at anymore. And it's a community built around that mental hospital out in Pomona, California, that's completely abandoned. So it is just a fake 1950s looking neighborhood where someone told me doctors from the institution used to live. Someone told me patients live there. I'm not sure, but it is very eerie. Yeah. And it's just full neighborhood of houses that are completely empty. Yeah. And people film stuff there. So I got there and the car pulls in and I see all the production trucks and I get out and it's very dark. And I was like, oh, I don't know where to go. There's all these people walking around. I was like, I'll just go to hair and makeup because it was just me and one other actor that day. And so we already know who's in the movie, right? Yeah. It was just me and Garrett wearing. Go to makeup truck. I opened the makeup door and there was someone sitting there and I was like, hi, I'm looking for hair and makeup. And they were like, we're hair and makeup. And I was like, oh, I guess maybe you're Garrett's person, which is odd because I knew we didn't have like a ton of money for reshoots. And I leave and I'm like, why is no one like smiling at me? Like, I know it's a new crew because we're not shooting in St. Louis. And a guy comes up with a clipboard. I was like, hi, I don't know where to go. He goes, well, who are you? And I was like, and I actually, not to be rude, he's holding a clipboard. I go, I'm Eliza Schlesinger. And he looks at me. I go, I'm number 1 on the call sheet. And he goes, I think you're at the wrong production. And I was like, what? He goes, this is Green Lantern for HBO.
You're definitely not allowed to say that.
Oh my God. Yeah, I said it. It's fine. I'm not my production. You can look it up. No, you can Google it. Okay. I go, oh my God. And he goes, let me help you. Let me flag down a van. Let's get you where you got to go. The van driver was like, I'm a big fan. And I'm like, please tell me you didn't hear me just say I'm number 1 on the call sheet. And they take us to our production, which has way less vans, drops me off at a makeup trailer from 1987.
Yeah.
I was like, this feels better. This feels right.
These are your people. That's and then funny.
It turned out a lot of people were late because a lot of people went to the wrong set.
The lanterns are like, what the hell? Who are these people?
Who does she think? And I wasn't like, I'm number 1 on the call sheet. I was like, I'm number 1. Like, I was like, this is why no one is saying hi to me. Okay.
Right. They're like, well, how'd you sneak in here? You shouldn't have been able to sneak in there.
No security. There was no security for anyone. Okay. Top of the cob. Here we go.
You go last.
I'm going last.
Fan top. Watch a whole 9-minute TikTok video about broth versus stock rabbit.
Oh.
Quoted an article by her new fave person, Noah. I excitedly exclaimed that's Liza's husband, went to the comments and saw a few folks commenting the same thing.
Yes, this girl, some influencer, some girl on TikTok, I don't have the name, maybe she does, mention Noah because Noah wrote this James Beard nominated article on chicken stock, on like the dark world of chicken stock, chicken broth. And he's like, the other day he was like, I've gotten like 400 new followers and it's all these young girls that are like, this is the journalism we need. And I was like, careful, they'll turn on you very quickly. And he was like,
out, Noah.
Well, he was laughing because he's like, they're all like, more in-depth research, please. He's like, this article took me 1.5 years.
Yeah.
Like, this is not garbage content. Like, this is well-researched, cited source. But it's very cute because he's just like, okay. And it's all these young girls like, cooking zaddy.
Oh, I love that. That's so sweet.
I love that for him. He needed a little cool Gen Z alpha, whatever push.
Yeah. Right. I like that they appreciate his research. Okay. My top.
I do too.
My top is I found a new hiding spot for Rizzoli, which was fun. I was walking by a spot that he never is. And then I spotted him there and we both looked at each other like, and he was like, oh no, I've been caught. Like he had a face like, oh, hey, I've just been in here by myself away from you. And it was just very funny to like catch him looking so like, ooh.
Where was it?
On the bed in the guest room, wrapped up in a blanket by himself.
Oh, we love it when they wrap themselves up. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
My top of the cob, and you can put the picture that I just sent you in the Patreon, Emily. I can send it to you better.
We can put it in the video too.
Okay. My movie, Chasing Summer, has been selected for Sundance.
Yay! also, they definitely have already seen this on your social media by now. But this is the real time. You're
learning it in real time, even though we're shooting, whatever, putting this out the next day. We have known since I played Chicago a few weeks ago, and we got the call in the car. Josephine called me. We are so excited. You rarely get invites to be at the cool kid table, and I got one, and we are over the moon and working so hard to perfect this movie, and we're going to Sundance, baby.
And you need a cool parka.
Give me a cool parka. Anyway, happy holidays. Maybe we'll take a break on the Christmas week. Where's this coming out?
We
Christmas
would have
week?
needed to tell them that already. We're not taking a break.
We're not taking a break. How's that? Happy holidays.